On the 22nd of December 2024, an ATR 72-600 from Emerald Airlines UK landed on Belfast City's runway 04, but touched on hard nose gear first, resulting in the nose gear to collapse. Hello aviators, how are you today? My name is Magnar Nordahl, I'm an ATR captain and instructor. Today, it's 23rd of December 2024. And yesterday, an ATR 72 landed hard on the nose wheel and came to a screeching stop on Belfast City Airport's runway 04. The aircraft is operated by Emerald Airlines UK on behalf of Aer Lingus Regional. This was a position flight from Edinburgh, and there were 4 people on board. I assume they were the pilots and cabin crew. When looking at data from Flight Radar 24, the ground speed fluctuated a lot during the entire flight. That indicates changing winds and turbulence. It might have been quite a bumpy ride all the way. The weather at Belfast was a contributing factor to this mishap. When you look at the chart for that day, we see a strong low pressure area outside the west coast of Norway. And this directed strong winds over the United Kingdom and Ireland. In the mountains, it was forecasted winds with storm force. That means wind exceeding 20.8 meters per second, or 41 knots. The aircraft landed on runway 04 at 16:06. The reported wind at 1550 was from 330 degrees at 18 knots, gust 38 knots. Variable from 300 degrees to 360 degrees. At 1620, it was from 320 degrees at 15 knots, gust 34 knots. Variable between 290 and 350 degrees. ATR 72 has a maximum demonstrated crosswind on a dry runway of 35 knots. When the runway is wet, the maximum recommended crosswind component is 28 knots. But we must remember those winds are demonstrated with a steady wind, not turbulent and gusty winds. There was light rain or light showers of rain. In the picture we can see water spray on the runway and the windshield wipers were in use. My experience from Norway is when the wind is gusty and coming from variable directions, the wind tends to veer clockwise when the wind intensifies. The wind reported in a METAR is measured over the past 10 minutes. So if you look at the wind reported at 1620, 15 knots, this represents the average wind measured between 1610 and 1620. And the aircraft landed just before that. 15 knots alone is not a problem, but maximum gust was recorded to be 34 knots. The difference is 19 knots, and that's a lot. The aircraft landed on runway 04, which means the magnetic track is around 40 degrees. If we assume the maximum wind gust, 34 knots, came from 350 degrees, the wind would have come from an angle of 50 degrees. Plotting 34 knots from an angle of 50 degrees, we get a crosswind component of 26 knots. And this is inside the limit of 28 knots. But without having more information for the moment, we can only say they probably were inside the legal limits. And it will be up to the pilot to decide whether this was inside his or her personal limit. The challenges the crew faced were rapid changes in wind direction and wind velocity. And this, combined with the low weight of the aircraft and therefore the very low wing loading, made a challenge to land the aircraft. In hindsight, it's easy to say the pilot exceeded his or her abilities, but before you make a judgment, remember that you don't know the experience of the crew, you don't know the information they received before they landed, and you don't know the exact wind conditions when they landed. I trust the company understands its responsibilities and will provide the crew with the support they need during this time. Sometimes shit happens. In a just culture, we recognize that mistakes can happen, and we focus on learning from them rather than punishing honest errors. Incidents like this serve as a valuable opportunity to learn and improve our procedures. This is my final video for 2024. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you. And of course, happy landing.
200. 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10,